2 days after breaking the all-time World Cup scoring record, Lionel Messi turned 39 years old. Argentina's response was to build him a statue 85 feet tall, made from 70 tons of steel, standing taller than any tribute ever created in his honor anywhere in the world. This is the story of how a remote oil town in Patagonia became home to the largest Messi monument on the planet. Why an earlier statue in India had to be torn down just months before, and what this moment says about the almost unmatched devotion one country holds for a single athlete. The statue was unveiled in Cutral Co, a small town in the Patagonia region of Argentina, a place known historically for oil production rather than tourism. For most of its existence, Cutral Co has never attracted the kind of attention given to Argentina's more scenic Patagonian towns, the ones surrounded by dramatic lakes and snow-capped mountains that draw international visitors year-round. That changed almost overnight once this monument was revealed. Standing 85 feet tall, or roughly 26 meters, the structure depicts Messi in one of the most iconic moments of his entire career. Falling to his knees at Lusail Stadium in Qatar, clutching his national team jersey and pointing up toward the sky. That gesture is deeply personal. It is the same tribute Messi has dedicated to his late grandmother throughout his career, a small but meaningful detail that fans immediately recognized when the statue's design was first revealed. Local sculptor Aldo Baroesa spent 18 months meticulously crafting this piece. Speaking to the Associated Press, he described what the project meant to him personally, saying that Messi is Argentina's natural ambassador and that creating this work was important to him, not only as an artist, but as an Argentine. That sentiment captures something important about why this statue exists at all. This was never just about football. It was about national identity itself. The timing of the unveiling carried its own significance. While the statue's construction had been in progress for nearly 2 years, it was formally inaugurated to coincide with Argentina's World Cup opener against Algeria, the very match where Messi recorded his first ever World Cup hat-trick. Just over a week later, the statue's symbolism deepened further when Messi broke the tournament's all-time scoring record outright, surpassing Germany legend Miroslav Klose's mark of 16 goals during Argentina's match against Austria. 2 days after that historic achievement, on June 24th, Messi turned 39, and the statue stood as Argentina's birthday gift to a player who had just rewritten football history one more time. What makes this particular monument stand out, beyond its sheer scale, is the engineering behind it. Unlike many large-scale tribute statues built quickly for promotional purposes, this structure was constructed using steel, iron, and concrete, materials chosen specifically for long-term durability. The goal was to create something that could stand for decades, joining the ranks of the world's most enduring monuments, rather than a temporary attraction built for a single moment of celebration. That detail becomes especially important when you understand the story of the statue this new monument has now surpassed. In December of last year, during a promotional event in India known as the GOAT Tour, a 70-foot statue of Messi was erected in Kolkata. At the time, it captured headlines around the world as one of the largest tributes ever built for the Argentine superstar. But that structure was built quickly, completed in just 27 days, using an iron framework covered with a fiberglass exterior rather than the more substantial materials used in Argentina's new monument. The differences in construction proved consequential. Earlier this year, engineers and local officials in West Bengal grew concerned about the Kolkata statue's stability. A state legislator, Sharadwat Mukherjee, explained the issue directly, noting that the statue had been observed swaying noticeably in strong winds. Authorities ultimately determined the structure posed a genuine safety risk and ordered it dismantled. Officials in India are reportedly searching for an alternative, more stable location where the statue could eventually be reassembled, but for now, Kolkata's giant tribute to Messi no longer stands. For many fans who had followed the story of that Indian statue, watching Argentina respond with an even larger, structurally sound version of essentially the same idea felt like a fitting conclusion. The new Patagonian monument has now officially claimed the title of the largest statue ever dedicated to the 8-time Ballon d'Or winner, built specifically to avoid the same fate that befell its predecessor halfway around the world. The reaction to the unveiling has been a mixture of genuine national pride and, predictably for anything involving the internet, some pointed jokes about the statue's appearance. Several social media users could not resist wordplay at the monument's expense, with comments joking that this was less a Messi statue and more a Messi statue. while others quipped that Messi had simply messed up this particular tribute. Despite the lighthearted criticism online regarding certain artistic details, the overwhelming sentiment from fans visiting the site in person has been one of awe at the sheer physical scale of the structure towering above them. This statue actually represents the second major tribute Argentina has created for Messi in recent months, highlighting just how often ordinary citizens and local communities continue finding new ways to honor him. Back on May 31st, an artist named Lionel Garcia unveiled a different kind of project entirely. A hyper-realistic mural depicting a smiling Messi surrounded by the signed names of more than 300 supporters from the town of Berazategui. People of every age, background, and political affiliation traveled specifically to add their name beside Messi's portrait, transforming the artwork into something resembling a community time capsule of admiration. In a translated message accompanying that mural, its creators wrote that this humble tribute was meant to recreate the joy of December 18, 2022, the exact date Argentina won the World Cup final, explaining that the moment had united the entire nation regardless of any other differences. More than 1,000 people signed the mural specifically to show their love and appreciation, and the message expressed genuine honor at being able to give back even a small part of the joy Messi had given the country throughout his career. The tribute eventually reached Messi himself, who responded with a recorded video personally, thanking both its creator and everyone who participated in signing it. One devoted fan quoted in coverage of these tributes offered perhaps the simplest explanation for why Argentina continues building monuments of this scale for a single athlete. Messi brings joy to the country and unites everyone, the fan said, regardless of religion, politics, or background. In a nation that, like many others, often finds itself divided along political and social lines, Messi has become something genuinely rare, a figure capable of bringing people together across nearly every dividing line that typically separates communities. There is something worth reflecting on in the broader pattern this story represents. A 39-year-old athlete, having already won every major trophy available to him in football, including the one World Cup title that eluded him for nearly 2 decades, continues inspiring increasingly grand public tributes from ordinary citizens, local artists, and entire towns hoping to permanently associate themselves with his legacy. Cutral Co, a place virtually unknown outside Argentina before this statue's unveiling, has already seen a meaningful rise in visitors simply hoping to stand beneath this monument and witness its scale in person. Whether this 85-foot tribute remains the largest Messi statue in the world permanently, or whether some future town somewhere else eventually attempts to surpass it, one thing seems certain based on the pattern of devotion shown repeatedly over recent years. As long as Messi continues playing, and even well beyond whenever he eventually retires, fans and communities around the world will likely keep finding new and increasingly ambitious ways to make sure his legacy is remembered in the most physically unmistakable terms possible. For now, in a quiet oil town in Patagonia that most of the world had never heard of before this month, 70 tons of steel stand permanently frozen in the exact pose of Messi's greatest moment, pointing toward the sky just as the real man did on the night he finally won everything. Subscribe right now. I will be covering more stories behind the scenes of this World Cup as Messi's final tournament continues to unfold. Comment below. Do you think this statue will remain the largest tribute to Messi ever built, or will some other country eventually try to top it? Drop your thoughts below. See you in the next one.